Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Storytime with Dom. I am your host, Dominic Baker. Today I'm going to be telling you the story about the boy in the sea. Let's begin. Some time ago, there was a man who took his son fishing in the Gulf of Alaska. Those guys would go fishing for what is known as halibut and blackcod, two prized fish to the local markets. They would continue their fishing journey until an incident befell the boy. A fishhook stuck right into his eye. The father was worried and took him into port to a little town called Accutown in the middle of nowhere, out to the Aleutian chains of Alaska. Now, when they got there, the boy was visited by a Jamaican woman who had lived in the bushes of Alaska. She was a PA, known as a physician's assistant, to those of the layman term. She would look into his eye and say that he needed medical attention, was to be sent home, all the way down in Washington State. Quite a long journey from out in the middle of the Aleutian chains in the Gulf of Alaska, middle of nowhere, in a town that barely even had 200 people. The next morning, he would take a flight in a helicopter with two unlikely guests. One was a veteran seismologist who dealt with nuclear armaments being detonated in the soils of Alaska for testing purposes. Another was a local leader of a tribe who had many dogs that were very small. I don't know why he remembered this, but it seemed to stick and resonate with him. They both would give their warnings to the boy, and the boy was frightened to hear of a coming earthquake that the seismologist had foretold, and to hear also that the local people had a bit of their own problems for food and suffering. So the boy was afraid and scared by their tales. He continued onward, landing in a place called Unalaska, also known as Dutch Harbor, where he took a flight from there to Anchorage alongside these two people. He got to know them and got to talk with them, and soon he was not afraid by their stories, but curious and enlightened. After many hours, several out throughout the day, he had become very tired, but his journey kept going forth. After his third flight, he had made it all the way to Anchorage, where he took a flight home. Still curious about his previous stories that he had been foretold, he met another man, a very kind young man, who was a veteran of the Marines. He had seen perilous exercises throughout the field in his tours over to Afghanistan, and was no stranger to injury. He comforted the boy, and the boy was ever grateful. But one thing that he had told him throughout this is that you should never worry for what you cannot control. And the boy was relieved. And as he got home, he was welcomed by his mother. And when his mother came to him, she cried. But the boy said to her, "Do not worry for what you cannot control." The end. Thank you, guys.